Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to the Secret of Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge. Man, that logo does not make that easy to realize. Special edition, let's continue. So we're walking around, and I think we're going to probably make heavy use of the sign ability. Well, not the sign ability, the ability to highlight things you can interact with. Just so I am not wasting a lot of time in the game.
Help wanted. 1 week's salary in advance. Inquire below.
There's a ridiculous amount of point-and-click adventure games where you hunt and peck. And this one has really made an effort to improve over the old game. See, you can't highlight things in the original version at all. I'm trying right now. And so you could easily do pixel hunts for things, and they've really saved some time. That time I looked at the hatch and went in. I don't like that the cursor's so obnoxiously there. So I'm gonna get this guy to hire me so I can get the money for a week's worth of work.
Jojo, appearing nightly, no cover charge. I should have listened to my mother. I should have practiced.
Let's see what happens if we can use it.
I should have listened to my mother. I should have practiced.
Metronome.
No thanks. Too many bad memories of piano lessons.
Interesting. And I couldn't look at it after I tried to pick it up. Let's look at the booze.
Nice.
So we started The Secret of Monkey Island, the first game in the series, going in a bar, and we're starting this way, going in a bar. There's actually kind of a smaller percentage of games with bars in them than probably in the real world. Probably because alcohol use raises the age rating if you use alcohol, or if there's use of alcohol in the game. Not that that really would matter these days, because most games are trying for a M for mature anyways.
Excuse me.
Yeah, boy?
Grog, please.
Grog, please. Shaken, not stir.
Maybe you'd like a Shirley Temple instead.
I'm old enough. Look at my beard.
Ha! That's the oldest trick in the book. Tell you what, I'll let you have some near grog. Doesn't have any alcohol in it, but it's just as nasty smelling and foul tasting as that stuff grown-ups drink.
Right on.
Oh, wait. What am I saying? I just sold the last of it to Kate. Sorry.
Rats.
Of course, if you have some ID.
Left my ID in my other pants. Who's this Kate person you mentioned? Let's find out who Kate is.
Who's this Kate person you mentioned?
Ah, the courageous Captain Kate Capsize. Tough as steel, sharp as nails. She rents her ship out, does some freelance pirating. Her only loyalty is to the highest bidder. Don't get on her bad side.
Now, one of the things I'd have to criticize here is there needs to be a thicker outline of the of black ink around this text, or just a box behind it too, or something, because it's kind of hard to read. So let's ask how business is first.
How's business?
It's just terrible.
And
no
when he's talking, it's in gray, so it's not as bright white.
You know, I
like
can mix
over
that
that lantern.
Make anything you could name. But I can't make
just
the
a little
one
difficult.
thing that could really do this.
And there's no way to adjust that in the settings.
A voodoo doll of Largo LeGrand.
You there!
Uh-oh.
Give me my usual and put it in a real glass.
So we see this animation of him
Fork over the
spinning.
dough or you'll be serving Bloody Marys for a week. From your nose.
That's all I have.
Well, you better have more tomorrow, or we might have to move this stump to a new location. Like, say, the bottom of the ocean.
So the
Boy,
spit
you just gave him all your money?
I
thing
don't wanna
is
talk
going
about
to come back into play, but suffice it to say, we need.
Largo's been here.
We're gonna do several puzzles that
I
involve
don't
doing
want to touch it
spit.
with my hands. That's sick.
Alright, what do I have that I could use?
Can't dig that, Daddy. That doesn't seem to work. Can't dig that, Daddy.
So neither one of those items worked.
Excuse me.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna
boy?
find out that probably Kate is going to help us in this game.
Want to see my scar?
Depends. Is there a good story behind it?
As a matter of fact, there is. It's a story of the ghost pirate LeChuck and his gruesome demise.
Heard it. This is the one where he drinks too much root beer and burps so hard he explodes, right?
Not exactly.
Frankly, I don't care much for stories that promote moderation in drinking. I do have a business to run, you know.
I saw your sign outside. What's the job?
Oh, yeah. I really should take that thing down. I hired a new cook just this morning. But if things don't work out with him, I'll let you know.
So I've got to
Nice
sabotage
place you
this
have here.
cook
Well, see ya.
to get the job.
Hey, hired help only.
And I don't think right now there's anything else
Excuse
I
me.
can talk to him.
Yeah, boy?
Is that job available yet?
Sorry, that guy I hired is doing just fine so far.
Nice place you have here. Well, see ya.
So maybe at some point we'll need grogs, maybe at some point we'll need near grog, and we'll need to sabotage the cook somehow. How, I am not certain, but I guess I'm going to open the window and go through here. Here's a
There's no
great
glass in the window.
example of, in the old games, that you would have had to actually either put something through this window or use the window. And so you have just a, looks like a kid peeling potatoes in the old version, and they go more cartoony with it here. Same with LeChuck. LeChuck has like a mustache and just looks like a piratey guy. Here he doesn't have a mustache and he looks like he's a little young. What is this?
It's a cold potato and leek soup.
How do you spell that?
It's too heavy.
Fishy soy? That's why
Looks really
these
into his
games had look as an option, is because sure, in this, at this perspective, you would have to look half the time just to see enough detail or know enough detail to
Excuse me.
have a clue
Don't
what
bug
you're
me.
gonna do.
I'm cooking.
So what do we have? No candle. You can look at the windows, but there's actually things that you can interact with, but they're not even mentioned. Let's see.
Ugh, it's all cans of fruit cocktail. I hate fruit cocktail.
Well, we've got a stove. Let's go look at this.
The fire's out.
Pick
I
up
bet
the
it
stove.
weighs half a ton.
Open the stove.
I'm no cook.
Use the
I'm no cook.
stove. Alright. And we'll go through the door. By looking at the
The
door.
barkeep might see me. The barkeep might see me.
And either way you try to walk there, he says no. We could, however, try to use that.
I can't dig that, Daddy.
Or use
Can't
that.
dig that, Daddy.
Or use...
That doesn't seem to work. That doesn't seem to work.
Go ahead and just try
My
everything with...
Scoutmaster would kill me if he saw me use a knife like that. My Scoutmaster would kill me if he saw me use a knife like that.
Well, out the window we go then.
And there's no glass in the window.
So we got a knife. And we're moving on to the next area. We don't know what we're particularly doing other than trying to get off the island.
What a dinky little door.
Maybe we'll eventually
Hello.
get this. I was doing a little research of this game, and that saying "what a dinky little door" is something he said when he looked at one of the boats for sale in the Secret of Monkey Island 1. So you might think that this boat was the same boat. You could take that as an idea or not.
Reminds me of a dollhouse I once had. I mean, my sister once had.
An old game like this, I suppose you could really
Nice
put a
map.
lot of
Do it
budget
myself.
to paying a voice
Nice
actor,
map.
Thanks.
and you really wouldn't have to do too much on the reprogramming. Like there's a decent amount of programming to be able to hit back and do this and this. That is certainly true, but not as much as making a game from scratch. So you could just really spend a lot of your budget paying artists to reanimate characters and backgrounds and items, and voice actors to read lines of dialogues that
It's a pile of blank paper.
they couldn't afford and didn't have in the previous games. It makes me kind of wonder, is there something in a modern game that we could add that we're missing right now? Like in 10 or 20 years, or are games that are coming out brand new in 2017 going to end up coming out as remastered versions because they have actual actors play the role, or they're in 3D VR, or there's some other like force feedback interface system? What can we interact with? So there's a pile of paper, there's a map. He looked at the map, a bed, and can't even interact with the stove. So let's talk to the cartographer. We'll look at him first.
Nice monocle.
Thanks. I can't see a thing without it.
So he puts it down, and I think I could probably just grab it.
Excuse me.
Oh, yes. Hi there. Can I help you?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood, LeChuck busting stud.
Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood, LeChuck busting stud.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Guybrush. Who are you?
Wally. Wally B. Feed. At your service.
I have some questions about Scab Island. Do you know anything about Big Whoop? Exactly what do you do here? You know anything about this Largo guy?
I have some questions about Scab Island.
Why? Thinking about moving here?
I'm trying to get off as soon as possible. Where's the governor's mansion?
Where's the governor's mansion?
There is no governor on Scab. This is an anarchist cooperative of pirates, cutthroats, and other criminals. A haven for roughnecks and rebels like me. The only authority on this island is that bully Largo.
I'm looking for some room and board.
Well, I hear there's a new chef down at the Bloody Lip.
Saw a little
And
hint.
the Swamp Rot Inn has all the comforts of the sea. But I think Largo's booked the whole thing.
How can I get off this island as soon as possible?
Good luck. With the sailing embargo Largo's imposed on Scab, it's hard to get anywhere. Which doesn't help my business, let me tell you.
So, this island is almost like a tutorial, but not really. It is the probably entire first act
You know
of the
anything
game.
about this Largo guy?
Maybe not.
He's just the local hood. Shakes down everybody in town. Nobody comes or goes from Scab because Largo makes them pay through the nose.
Yeah, tell me about it. Thanks for the lowdown.
Any time.
Do you know anything about Bug Whoop?
Do you know anything about Big Whoop?
Uh-oh, who sent you here? I should warn you, I'm heavily armed.
I was sent by the IRS. Let me see your files. Don't shoot. I was just asking.
I was sent by the IRS. Let me see your files.
The who? You better not try for my files. All my research on Big Whoop is in there.
Are you looking for Big Whoop too?
Well, I haven't really been able to find out much hard information. What do you know about it?
Let's see. I know I'm looking for it, and that's about it. It contains unimaginable. I know its location is a mystery.
I know I'm looking for it, and that's about it.
You mean you never heard of the 4 men who buried it?
No, tell me.
No. Tell me all about it.
Well, all anyone knows for sure is that there was a shipwreck. The merchant vessel Elaine went down in a terrible storm.
Elaine?
Only 4 crew members survived.
Elaine was
they washed up
the
on
girl
a remote,
from the first
deserted
game?
island. Some say
I
its
think.
name was Inky Island, but I don't believe that.
Why don't you believe it?
Well, why don't you believe it?
Because there's no such island. Anyway, that's where they supposedly found Big Whoop.
But what is Big Whoop?
Whatever it was so wonderful, or so horrible, that they never wanted anyone else to find it. So, they took the map they made of the island and split it up among the 4 of them, and they all went their separate ways.
Feels like one of those lines of dialogues was skipped right to save me some time, which I suppose I appreciate that. Where are they now?
Where are they now?
Well, I don't even know their names. I'd go look them up at the Fat City Library, if it weren't for this stupid Largo embargo.
So we're gonna have to
Of
get to
course,
Fat City.
It could just be an old legend, but if I could just see the map of that island, I bet I could recognize the shape of the land and track it down myself.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm a cartographer.
You do open heart surgery in here?
No, I'm the map-making sort of cartographer.
Oh,
What kind of maps?
what kind of maps do you make?
Every kind a pirate could need. My eyes have seen the whole world, and there's not a part of it I haven't put down on paper. Maps are very, very important.
Actually, I prefer to just stop and ask directions.
That's what Magellan thought. Sorry, cartographer joke.
Is longitude the sideways one, or is that latitude? I can never remember which is which.
It's so cute when you lay people try to understand geography. I could try to explain it, but it would probably just go over your head.
You know, I could just sit and talk about maps all day.
Hey, me too.
Only sissies use maps.
Maps are very, very important.
So he's talking about maps.
Not to me. I don't travel.
That's even better. With good maps, you can see the whole world without leaving your living room.
You know, I could just sit and talk about maps
And see,
all
I'm just
day.
exhausting
Who
all of the
couldn't?
dialogue possibilities.
Is that all you do? Make maps?
Well, I do some restoration work too. I paste them together, recopy them, paint little cupids in the corners. You know, artsy-fartsy stuff. Maps are very, very important.
So
you told
clearly,
me. Would you
the
mind if I
game
just
is
looked around?
reinforcing
No, be my
the
guest.
idea that I should be looking for maps. Now let's see if we can grab his monocle. Yes, we can. Good.
Hey, where's my monocle?
And we're off to the next area. Let's see. Still not really sure what we're actually trying to do, except for just leave. Hey, it's these three guys from the original game. Three guys with their mouse. We have a bucket.
It's just a bucket.
Hey, leave that alone.
Sorry, is this bucket?
Sorry, is this your bucket?
Well, no.
So you won't mind if I take it?
I guess not.
That worked too easily.
Nice. It won't fit in my pocket.
What's in the box?
Nice. Nice. It won't fit in my pocket. Nice.
I can open the box, but I can't leave it open. We have the laundry guy. We have a sign. We have another sign. We have clean laundry. And we have the men of low moral fiber. Let's look at these guys.
They're sleeping peacefully.
Let's talk to them.
Wake up!
What is it?
Remember me? I'm Guybrush.
Do we know you?
I'm Guybrush. You tried to sell me the minutes of a PTA meeting in the last game, claiming it was a map.
Map? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, really.
Why did you wake us up, Gorbush?
What happened to your leg?
Is that your rat?
Yes, we call him Monster because of his insatiable passion for cheese.
Interesting.
What happened to your leg?
It happened during a performance.
That's what we do for a living now.
You see, after our circus failed, we started a pirate catering business on nearby Fat Island.
The sacking lunch. It was quite lucrative.
So why aren't you still doing it?
Why aren't you still doing that?
The governor of the island made us an offer we, couldn't refuse. So, we sold him the business.
So what did you do with the money?
What did you do with the money?
We sank the money into one of those newfangled glass-bottom boats
We wanted to take passengers on sightseeing trips.
and search for a place called Drinky Island in our spare time.
Boy, did we ever want to get there.
Aside from the
Drinky
obvious
Island
reason,
or
we had
Inky
inside
Island?
information that Drinky was in fact the resting place of the legendary treasure of Big Whoop.
Wow.
Big whoop? I'm looking for that too.
Well, I hope your luck is better than ours.
You see, we got a bit of a raw deal on the boat.
Seems the salesman didn't have any glass for the bottom, so he just left a gaping hole there.
By the time we noticed, we were taking on water, fast.
We ended up stranded on a tiny desert island.
How much longer is this story?
We met a philosopher on the island, and he told us something which changed our lives.
That you're a pack of loonies?
He told us that all the world is a stage and that we are merely players. So, we became performance artists.
When he lost the leg, Frank was brilliantly showing the inseparability of the path man walks from the food chain.
The symbolism of the cheese was essential. You know, this leg is looking sort of dingy. Would you get some polish over at the woodsmiths and polish it for me?
Give me some money for the polish.
Give me money for the polish.
Okay.
What are you guys doing up there?
So I got some money.
That's right. Performing. In our current work, we portray man's response to global environmental issues of a changing world.
How come you have to perform on that ledge?
To show the precarious nature of the situation. So to speak.
Right, right.
Yeah, sounds like a crock of monkey snot to me.
All right, you got us. We're really up here because...
Well, we're afraid to come down.
What?
What's the word for it, Frank?
Stupidity?
Stupidity?
It's the opposite of acrophobia. Something like orcaphobia.
Fear of killer whales?
Say what you will, we're not coming down.
See you later.
We can scarcely contain our anticipation.
We're making good progress here. We got a piece of 8. But look how this pirate looks different. The other pirate's mostly the same. This one's a little bit different, but a better idea. Yeah, we're making really good progress, I have to say. Just kind of running through this. Let's see if we can go ahead and save. I didn't save last time. And see if maybe there's a percentage. Like 6% complete already. And we've barely been playing 44 minutes of the game. 45 minutes almost. So at this rate, yeah, we'll get a lot done. I don't think I'm going to run into any really difficult puzzles at the beginning either. There are some I think we'll have at further along in the game, but at the beginning it seems like we're just doing a very, very standard point-and-click adventure strategy of talking to everybody, picking up everything. Once we've gotten over that hump and we've talked to everybody and we really don't have any reason to go back and have or try to have conversations again, then things will move along a little bit faster. I would say the game is starting a little bit slow. It could really do for a single room tutorial section that you would definitely see in a more modern game. Something that just keeps you in an area, gives you only about 5 things at most, and tells you directly, get out of this room, or solve this puzzle in this room before you do anything else. Having the entire Scab Island to myself and just being able to go everywhere and do everything. I've probably picked up items I won't use for for an hour or two, possibly. I've probably had conversations with people that I could have never had, or could have had hours later from now, and it wouldn't really have mattered. So it's a lack of focus. Definitely something you would expect from an older game. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.